Kid Johnson with Paulie Malignaggi. Paulie, is it crazy the fact that you've been in sport, you racing your whole life? Have you seen anything like this? This is like even gonna be bigger than Mayweather Pacquiao, you think?
Yeah, this is sort of a novelty. Some people call it a sideshow, call it novelty, call it something outside the box for sure. But it's definitely something that sells and has grabbed the appetite of the paying public.
So from sparring with Conor, because I saw somewhere you say there's a method to his madness. Does that like mean he has a legit chance? Cause for somebody that one of the few people that cover, because we did a poll in the media for cause I cover UFC and boxing, and basically there's probably maybe 8 to 9 of us that have actually seen Floyd and Conor both fight live in their separate sports, and I'm one of them, and I don't see how either one of them can survive in either one of them's world. You know, I'm one of the few people that think it's going to go 12 and Floyd wins by decision. But do you think it's going to be at least competitive?
That's up to Conor. He's working on some things, some novelty things, definitely working hard on a game plan, and it's not up to me to really talk about that game plan, but he's an outside the box thinker, and there's a method to his madness. He's not just going in there to train just for the sake of training. He's going in there to train with his body, and he's going in there to train with his mind, and put together some good game planning things, him and his team on.
Have you seen him watch the fight in the octagon, or you just seen highlights? Have you actually seen a fight of his or two?
Yeah, I've seen fights in the octagon as well.
Got you. For those of us that are purists, kind of like yourself, what make one think that knows the sport of boxing or in MMA to think that he won't get lit up like he did against Nate Diaz the first time? I mean, Nate Diaz.
Nate was a bigger guy too, so a lot of the striking Conor was doing was putting Nate away. This is a different kind of fight. This is all guys are about the same size, and they're meeting in a weight which is kind of fine for both of them. I think Nate was actually bigger than Conor. I think that was able to that hurt Conor in the fights with Nate Diaz. Nate's obviously a world-class fighter, but having an actual size over Conor didn't help him out. I don't think anybody is an actually bigger guy. I think both guys are pretty much natural welterweights, light junior middleweights, and I think that could back up the play.
Do you think Conor will have the speed to be able to catch Floyd? Because even though Floyd's 40, he's still pretty fast. Do you think he slowed down enough that Conor has a puncher's chance? Because at the end of the day, it's still a fight.
Yeah, it's still a fight. I wouldn't call it one quality that's gonna make or break the fight. I don't know if it's gonna be speed or power. I think it's a combination of a lot of things that both fighters need to have in order to come out successful. I don't think there's one thing that can definitively say this fighter has this one thing and that's why he's gonna win the fight. I think the winner of the fight is gonna win the fight because he's got several different things that he's got in his game plan, and there's various wrinkles to the arsenal. I think both guys are probably working on those various things to their personal arsenal.
Gotcha. Does it make you feel honored the fact that they came to you for sparring of all the people they could have went to?
I wouldn't say honored, but I thought it was pretty cool, to be part of the biggest fight in combat sports history. I'm going to get to see it from a perspective of the training camp, and then I'm also going to get to see it from the perspective of calling the fight live for a Showtime pay-per-view on fight night. So I have different looks into this fight, and it's kind of a cool thing to be a part of.
Can you give fans a little insight because fans don't realize the mentality that both Conor and Floyd have. I guess more boxing fans realize Floyd for what he's done over the last few years, last 15, 20 years, I should say. But for people that don't know Conor, give them some insight to how serious he takes the fight game. Because those of us that watch him in MMA know exactly like he's the real deal. But some people that may just seen the press conference don't realize that how much he's committed to this craft to be that good in combat sports.
Well, I think anytime you're that good at anything in your life, you have a certain amount of intense commitment and dedication to it. I don't think anybody becomes the best or the most known in their particular craft, be it a sport, be it a regular job or whatnot. I don't think they become the best at it without having a certain amount of dedication to it. A person that knows how to be a winner because they put a certain amount of dedication and time and passion behind what they do. And I think Conor, if he's the kind of person when he commits to something, he puts all his passion, all his dedication into it. So he wants to be the best, and he's been able to become the best in the mixed martial arts world, become the most known fighter in the mixed martial arts world. And he's trying to put that same effort into boxing. I wouldn't say he's the favorite in the fight. I think it's a very difficult fight for him, but end of the day, that has put his all into everything else that he's done in his life, and he succeeded at it. So, you can't tell him that he can't do something. Whether he's going to do it or not is up to him. But I see the passion, dedication, and training camp that he's put forward. He's working very hard at it.
Do you think people should use that regardless if they're a boxer or an up-and-coming UFC fighter? You think they should use what Conor does in and outside the ring as a blueprint to be able to get on that big stage, to get the money, to get the notoriety that everybody fights for?
Some of it is not given. I don't know that the blueprint is like that for everybody. Conor McGregor's personality is a genetic thing. You can't just stamp that personality onto somebody. And a big reason of why Conor McGregor is so successful is his personality. Is not only is he good at what he does, but his personality is a polarizing personality, very charismatic, and he attracts attention. So then once he attracts the attention, it's obviously up to him to perform, and he's been able to perform his whole career in the mixed martial arts world. But without that charisma, he would just be another really good fighter that maybe wouldn't get the attention that he's getting right now, So you need a combination of a lot of things, and charisma is not something I believe can be taught. I think charisma is something you're born with.
Assuming that Floyd wins and goes 50-0, for you doing the boxing game, do you feel that cheapens? Everybody keep talking about him breaking the Marciano record, the common record of being undefeated and retiring. Do you think that cheapens the record, or at the end of the day, 50-0 is 50-0?
Yeah, 50-0, 60-0. Really, whole thing with the Marciano be at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there were a lot of guys on his record that might be a little questionable too. Everybody's got guys on their records that you might have beaten and said, hey, that was kind of an easier soft touch. I don't know how much of a soft touch Conor is going to be though. At the end of the day, people will make it like this is a soft touch, or people will make it like, oh, he's not a boxer, so this shouldn't count. All fights count. This fight will count regardless if Floyd wins or loses it. Obviously, it's a very tough fight for Conor to win, but he's also got, like I said, he's got a very unique game plan, and he's working hard at it. So on fight night, whoever wins or loses, I learned it.
I never got into you with this. I've seen you multiple times. We never talked about this. Do you think it's crazy the fact that pure quote-unquote boxing people don't give Floyd his credit? Like, you look at his record, like, for instance, people like to say, oh, he caught people when they were past his prime, and all these people are younger than him, the Canelos and even the Pacquiaos, or like Pacquiao caught people just about everybody except for, I think, Mosley after Floyd. So why do you think people give him his just due, even though the facts are in the pudding, that he does what he does?
I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit of envy, jealousy, or hate. I think boxing fans are also a very weird breed in that they're the kind of people that want to see a guy lose when he's doing really well. Which is a strange phenomenon that you only see in boxing. But regardless of the fact, Mayweather has his place in history, and he earned it.
And final question: do you think we'll see anything remotely like this in our lifetime in the next 15, 20 years, regardless if it's another mega boxing event or a UFC guy and a boxing guy going at it? Do you think we'll see an event this big in combat sports in the next 20 years or so?
In the United States, I'm not sure. It's a very rare thing that's going on. It's a worldwide phenomenon. It's happening in the United States. Earlier in the year, I saw an amazing spectacle. Anthony Joshua versus Vladimir Klitschko in England in Wembley Stadium. That was probably the most amazing spectacle of a fighting event I've ever attended in my life. I think Mayweather McGregor is a different kind of spectacle, but it's a similar spectacle in that way. The T-Mobile Arena is not Wembley Stadium though, but the worldwide attention this fight is getting is on a different level, on a different spectrum, and I'm sure it'll be a long time before something like this ever happens again.
Man, thanks for coming on the show, man. Look forward to seeing you out in Vegas, brother.
Yes, sir. I'll see you soon.
All right, thank you, Paulie.